So, continuing on from part 6, all right? Remember I told you the name for the grain that was consumed in ancient Egypt, and the name was Shema, right? And we find the parallels with Kibantu language. All right, the Kibantu language is not just one language. Kibantu is a group of languages. Okay, in the Kibantu group of languages, all right, we did find that word for that staple grain that's connected to ancient Egyptian, and that food that is made out of it in East and Southern Africa is called Shema, Chima, Gima, Sima. It depends on what your dialect or your tribe, should I say ethnic group, pronounces this as. All right, now of course, and there's the word Shema, just to give you, just to jog your memory a little, just in case you had forgotten. All right, and that is what is used to make that delicious meal that is our staple, called Chima, Sima, Kima, Gima, depending on where you come from. All right, so I'm sure you're also definitely wondering, okay, since I showed you a plate of Chima or Sima, I'm sure you're wondering what meat would be called. Is there any associations with ancient Egyptian? Let's find out. So, looking up there, in ancient Egyptian, the consonants representing the concept of flesh, all right, is enim, okay? I-N-M, all right? Of which we'll find within Bantu languages as inyama or inama or nama, as Fergus Shaman puts it, all right? Now, there are many variations in regard to this, but let's look at another breakdown of ancient Egyptian and what Fergus Shaman has to say. So, the Proto-Bantu root nama, nyama, or nyama means an animal, it means a body, it means meat, it means flesh, it means skin, even substance. In Kibemba Bantu, inyama means meat, okay? Funny enough, all right? In Kiswahili Bantu, nyama means meat, all right? It can be meat of, meat, like food that you eat, or meat as in flesh of a human being or animal, right? Okay, now we will also find in the Ikegusi Bantu language, meat is enyama. Okay, do you guys see any parallels here? All right, so you will see also as we proceed further that Fergus says that from the definitions given, inama means an animal, flesh or skin, and the ancient Egyptians used this word to denote a human being. Indeed, as the Cushitic or Roma language, nama is the word used for body or people, okay, or being a fellow countryman. In the Kishona Bantu language, unyama is used for human skin, as it was thought of something which expands and contrasts, the elasticity of human, flesh. The ancient Egyptian, of course, formed the plural by using the word wow, okay? And that's for inyama wow. What you see up there, that's inyama wow. In Swahili, you would say nyama yao, okay? Meaning their flesh, all right? Okay, in that respect. So it doesn't really change much. And thus, inyamawa would translate, okay, this is what Fergus says, inyamawa would translate as they who are human beings or skins, okay? And then you do see that, the parallels, are uncanny, all right? These are pure Bantu words. So let's go over and see what you would call, if somebody came over to your house and gave you a plate of the traditional African bread, okay, and say grilled meat, which is really, it's a staple in sub-Saharan Africa, okay? So let's see what those names would look like now, and comparing it with ancient. Now, sampling this traditional diet This is a diet that was also eaten by ancient Egyptians. Okay, here we go. Look at the unleavened bread up there. Okay, you see it? That white bread over there, it's unleavened. Okay, just made with flesh. I'm sorry. Just made with flour and water. All right, that's Shema. Okay, ancient Egyptian Shema, Swahili Sima. Okay, and then ancient Egyptian Inyama. Okay, that in Swahili will be called Nyama. So it would be Sima and Nyama in ancient Egyptian. Shema, okay, do you see that? Shema over here and Inyama. So then, somebody needs to tell me how even the diet shows the connection between sub-Saharan Africa, okay, and ancient Egyptian. So somebody needs to tell me why this ancient Egyptian language is Afro-Asiatic. Even the staple food has sub-Saharan Bantu names. So again, somebody here has been covering the real truth about who the real ancient Egyptians were. But you know what? The case speaks for itself, okay? I don't care how many phonies you have, okay? The case speaks for itself. You know, Arabs colonized the East African coast. I don't ever remember hearing a story that Arabs brought as corn, okay? Well, how you gonna grow corn in Saudi Arabia? Or Oman? I'm sure they have corn there. I don't know. I don't know what they have there. But there's no way they could have brought us that there. Because they were coming anyway in the first place to come look for food. And things that they could trade to their countries. So we need to start asking serious questions. What is happening to this body of knowledge that was ancient Egyptian? Who's keeping this knowledge and who gave them the right to do it? Okay? Next time when I come back, we'll do part 8. Make sure you try and get yourself a nice, sumptuous dish, okay, of Sima and Nyama, alright? Okay? Best meal ever, alright? It's so simple and so good, alright? So, we'll tune in for part 7 next time. Shalom, toodles!